Buenos días, buen jueves. The building behind me is the U.S. Embassy here in Caracas, Venezuela. Feliz jueves, Tatiana. Ya faltan pocas horas para el inicio de la Copa América Chile. 4 blocks is the building where the new National Assembly will be sworn in. But as you can see, most people will mention the long lines outside of supermarkets as some basic products over the past few years have gone scarce.
Yo trabajé como reportero y presentador en Estados Unidos, un canal local en Estados Unidos, y luego decidí que quería volver a Latinoamérica.
On the east coast of the United States, in the northern section, residents continue to dig out after what was historic snowfall over the weekend, which left 43 people dead. Grecia está anclada, está carcomida entre la privatización neoliberal y la inconsistencia de un parlamento comprometido e hipotecado que reduce sus acciones a los múltiples controles de sus acreedores. Fifth-year Republicans as well will offer a response in Spanish. We go around the world now. We turn to Syria, where the United Nations has invited both Syria's government.
Mandé mi currículum, todo eso. Me entrevistaron allí y luego me dijeron que me querían acá en Caracas.
I'm Cody Weddle. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Cody W. TeleSUR.
Bueno, a ver, cuéntales cómo fue que yo te enseñé.
Qué cosa más grande, caballero.
Eso, that's good, you're bright.
With chants, flags, and banners, supporters of Venezuela's opposition gathered only hours before the installation of the country's newly elected National Assembly.
Aquí está la unidad de una patria, de un país. Por lo tanto, nosotros venimos a respaldar a los diputados que vendrán a aprobar leyes tan importantes para el país.
At its peak, the supporters of the conservative MOOG coalition occupied one city block of Venezuela's capital city of Caracas. Lawmakers here claim today's march shows strength and unity, despite internal fractions within their coalition, which comprises over 10 separate parties.
Conscientes de la gran responsabilidad que tenemos frente al país en una situación de crisis social, política y económica, que tenemos que mantenernos unidos, incluso opositores y también oficialismo, para sacar al país adelante. Son nuestros hijos el futuro de nuestros hijos que está en juego.
Now, just down the street here, about 4 blocks, is the building where the new National Assembly will be sworn in. But as you can see behind me, a large, massive, really, police military presence means that for now, this crowd here is staying put. MOOG coalition lawmakers and their supporters have laid out a number of priorities for the new assembly. Top among them is amnesty for those arrested during 2014 protests that turned violent. Many here believe those arrests were politically motivated.
Mi hermano es José Luis Santamaría, acusado de terrorismo y tiene más de 17 meses preso sin darle la oportunidad ni siquiera para la defensa, un proceso totalmente amañado. Vamos por la ley de amnistía, vamos por el cambio.
More radical elements of the opposition against the administration of President Nicolás Maduro have pushed for an aggressive stance against the president. After being inaugurated, the new National Assembly president declared that he would take down the Maduro government within 6 months.
Que en un lapso de 6 meses, contados a partir de la instalación de la Asamblea Nacional, propusiéramos un método, un sistema para cambiar el gobierno por vía constitucional. Eso lo haremos.
Others here support a more pragmatic approach, focusing instead on measures to improve the country's economy. For today, the opposition celebrates its first legislative victory in 17 years, even though deep divisions remain, and they will face stiff opposition from Maduro supporters. Cody Weddle, TeleSUR, Caracas, Venezuela. The building behind me is the U.S. Embassy here in Caracas, Venezuela. But according to a document from NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden, there's more than just diplomacy going on behind its doors. In fact, agents of the CIA and NSA are using some of the world's most powerful surveillance equipment to spy on the conversations of people here in the capital of Venezuela. That same leaked document, revealed by TeleSUR in partnership with The Intercept, shows that one of the NSA's main targets was Venezuela's state-owned oil company, PDVSA, whose headquarters are just 2.5 kilometers from here. When the NSA couldn't get the information it needed with warrants, it decided it would try hacking into the oil company's computer networks instead. To do that, in late 2010, it infiltrated the company's communications and gathered the email passwords of more than 900 employees, including top executives and PDVSA's president. That and other information was turned into intelligence reports, then passed on to higher-ups who plan to use it to crack the oil company's network wide open. All along, the U.S. intelligence community was being helped by people inside this embassy, people who belong to a top-secret group known by the code name F6. This same group is thought to be responsible for hacking into the cell phone of German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and its agents are known to operate out of embassies all over the world. Most voters in wealthier areas of Venezuela's capital, like these, have long opposed former President Hugo Chávez's Bolivarian revolution and his call to implement socialism of the 21st century.
We need to change, definitely, okay? Because there are too many problems in our country, especially the economic problems, okay?
At polling stations we visited, voters arrived early and en masse. Those opposing the government of current President Nicolás Maduro have united under a broad banner for change, shying away from specifics.
I do really want to change. What do I want? I want peace. I want people to get with each other.
But now more than ever, many who identify with the political opposition firmly believe they could deal the United Socialist Party its first legislative defeat ever. That's thanks to an economic downturn caused in part by low oil prices. Venezuela intensely relies on oil revenue. When asked about some of the biggest problems facing Venezuela, most people will mention the long lines outside of supermarkets as some basic products over the past few years have gone scarce. Almost everyone here today will tell you they will wait in line however long it takes today to make sure their voice is heard.
Quiero que todos los venezolanos voten y que nos hagan, que expresen su voluntad, sea de un lado, sea de otro, pero que expresen su voluntad para que realmente sepamos en qué estamos.
Regardless of their political affiliation, many here praise the electoral process, once declared by U.S. President Jimmy Carter's the Carter Center as the best in the world. When they arrive, voters review lists outside the polling center to confirm at which stations they'll vote. Each voter makes their selection on an electronic screen, which also prints out a paper ballot with their vote marked, a safeguard intended as a backup for the electronic count. Then, a dip of the pinky finger in ink prevents anyone from voting twice.
El proceso es muy fácil. Pasas, marcas con el dedo en la huella digital del pulgar. Y entonces inmediatamente te limpian el dedo y pasas a la máquina a votar.
Depending on the length of the line, the entire voting process lasts between 10 minutes to an hour. A short sacrifice to have a voice in elections that will likely shape the future of Venezuela and the region.